I probably shouldn't slam on the desk.
You should. You should slam on the desk. That's the perfect introduction. Why is my window capture not working?
As soon as you just say that we're doing it live, I'll just say, fuck it, doing it live.
Fuck it. I'm adding a display capture. Just need to shrink it a little bit. A little shrinkage. A little shrinkage never hurt nobody. Howdy. How the heck are you? How the heck is everybody?
Dildo bad. Work.
Dildo bad.
Dildo bad.
You know what I just imagined? Even though I know the context, is this dildo flying around with bat wings just... Dildo bad.
Oh, like the guy who, I don't remember what event this was at, but some dude went into like this prestigious event with all these dudes in suits and just had a dildo on a drone flying around.
Oh my god.
People were smacking it out of the air. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Stop pouring on it like a cat. Like...
Yeah, basically. They were just like jumping up like, eh.
Well, you notice that Chad's back.
Hey.
We're at the level
We didn't kill him.
we were the last one.
Not yet.
Survived for now.
Yeah, for the time being. The holidays, man.
Episode, Chad?
Huh?
Did you watch any of the last episode, Chad?
Y'all know I ain't got time to do shit like that. I want to. I would like to. You know what I would like to do? Stream on Discord all day and just like fucking walk around with all you guys like fucking hanging out with me, and we could just berate every human being we come across. That would be great. But
that sounds like a great plan.
Unfortunately, I'm trying to do a whole bunch of shit with one lifetime, and I'm gonna fail miserably at everything because I do too much. But I have bipolar disorder, and that's just like how that works.
I mean, hey, what's the old saying? Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, dude.
I'll fucking smash them.
How many baskets do I need?
Yeah.
I need to carry these eggs somewhere.
27 at minimum.
Yeah.
And who's the farmer that I give them to?
I've already been called a basket case, so you know, there's one basket at least.
Do you have the time to carry all of your eggs?
Do I have the time to fucking shit my pants? Yes, I do. I've done it multiple times. And Nikki has actually had to help me. She's been like there for me every time I've shit my pants in my adult life.
That's how you know you found a real one. When she'll help you shit, go help
for
you
real.
After you shit your pants.
Well, let me ask you this.
You a woman that helps you shit.
I saw a meme the other day, and it's like, you know, really opened my eyes. I'm woke now because it helped me realize. See, we were born to shit, but we've been forced to wipe. Yeah, we've been cultured into this idea that our buttholes were made for wiping. Is that really true? How do you know that that's true?
It's a construct. Toilet paper is made by the man.
Yeah.
To keep you down.
To keep us down, yeah. They want us to be ashamed of our backsides and their functions.
They want to keep our buttholes clean, and I don't like it.
Yeah. Like, have you seen those dogs out in the streets? The dogs with no homes, and they're like shit hanging off of their asses all over, and you just see them gallivant through the fields and through the streets, and they're just dingleberries flailing through the wind.
In the universe.
Yeah, they don't care about anything. We should be that spirit, man. That should be us.
Go fuck it. Make assholes dirty again.
Yeah.
Yes, also, Dunwick Depths in the chat says, doing okay, got the first big snowfall of the season this
Oh, shit. I like to see snow.
Well.
Snow is fun to see, but it's a bitch to deal with.
Yeah.
We're getting some pretty crazy winds over here, too, in Ohio. My fucking power went out this morning at 2 o'clock this morning, and it was out for like 15 minutes, and it came back on.
Damn. That looks like a baller-ass shirt you've got on there, Thomas.
Oh, yeah, that's Alistair from Has-Been Hotel.
Hell yeah.
That's a pretty good t-shirt.
Pimpin' threads.
Girl, I'm wearing an Atari t-shirt.
Atari.
Boys.
Nino's got the fucking Gucci sweater on. Fucking.
I just bought this generic turtleneck for $12 like 2 days ago. I wanted something comfy and cute.
You need to put on the, you need the 2 chains on top of that. The turtleneck and the chains combo.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
a watch on my wrist, but like over
the sweater.
Yeah.
Like, you should wear the chain, but then you should wear like a choker around the fucking.
No, I'll just do like what's that dude's name that wears the giant fucking clock?
Flavor Flav, dude.
Flavor
Yeah.
Flav, yeah.
Do you ever watch Flavor of Love?
I don't think I know that. No.
Oh my God, Thomas, you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I know the show. I never watched it myself, but I know it's like this reality show.
So you know the show The Bachelor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that, except for Flavor Flav is the Bachelor.
Oh my God.
Hold on, and then they have a bunch of like trap hoes trying to win his heart, and they're all like standing there in the foyer of this fucking mansion, and he's like up on the steps, just like yeah, you know, and they're like all in their dresses and stuff, and with one of them literally.
Oh my God! You were not lying.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm not even gonna spoil anything. You should watch it. As far as reality TV goes, that shit is it's the trippiest shit. And that came out when I was in high school, so you had to have been a baby when that came out, Thomas.
When were you in high school?
I graduated in 2008.
I was in middle school at that point.
Yeah, this motherfucker barely had hair on his nuts.
Yeah,
I have no
I think I was like
concept of
13 at that time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all
so-
were just
oh,
hitting
that's-
puberty, and I was like, I'm a junior in high school. I have to be cool and try to impress girls, looking like a fucking idiot.
I was gonna say high school is over there is like until you're 15, 16, right?
No, we graduated 18.
Oh, okay.
So I was
Yeah,
probably
like-
17 during that time. I'm
When I
33 now.
graduated, it was always 16. You're
Yeah,
out. You're 16. But then they changed it not long after I
Dude.
graduated. So I was like, fuck it, I'm out.
yeah,
Dude.
like
I watched this show with Nikki called The Undateables.
oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Bro, there's this motherfucker in a wheelchair on that show, and they're like, he's finally found love. Love, blah, 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 blah. And then he's sitting there, like, next to this soccer field, and there's this chick playing soccer, and it's like, Sarah, his new love, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, damn, she looks pretty young. This motherfucker's 25 years old. And it was like, she's 17, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what?
I should mention the age of consent is 16.
I know, but what's the age of repent? Like, goddamn, this motherfucker's 25 years old.
That's whenever you decide it is.
Good God, man. Like,
Anytime when they want to catch hands.
it's not catching hands. It's just like, okay, does he also, like, you know, just crack an egg and throw it on his plate? Like, when is something done? When is something developed enough and ready? Like, come on,
Also,
man.
I do appreciate the English accent you put on.
Oh,
when
did
were
you?
trying to quote the show.
Yeah. Hey, look, don't even act like people don't talk like hillbillies on a daily basis to make jokes. I do it myself.
Oh yeah.
By God.
Yeehaw, motherfucker.
You know. Yeah, the show takes place in England, so
Nah.
did you say that Kent was a shithole? Like, you're not a fan of Kent?
Kent is a shithole. It is.
I can
I'm
verify.
not gonna quote what I said, but it is. But it is a shithole full of wankers. So
Yeah.
that's
A
the slightly
shithole
sensitive
full of
version.
wankers.
Slightly.
That's so funny.
Sarah says, "Do you guys remember the show Joe Millionaire? It turns out it's just some guy who wasn't rich."
Yeah, they convinced all these women, like The Bachelor, they were like, this guy's a millionaire. He's got all this shit. Turns out he's just like in between jobs, regular guy. But they're like just super pretending that they like him, like doing anything they can to get in his good graces. And then at the end, they're like, oh, by the way, since you're in love with this guy, he's not rich.
He's actually on food stamps.
Yeah.
This shit's getting ridiculous.
Opinions
I-
changed.
I think it was just a case of trying to weed out who's actually there for the money and who was there actually because they liked him.
Well, that failed because they were not
Well,
there
yeah,
for
they
the
all
money. They were
liked
there
him.
for the money.
That's probably because they found gold diggers and they just wanted to see
Yeah.
if any of them would actually change their opinion.
They were like, Kanye West has not made this song yet. Let's see. Oh God, I remember watching the original Bachelor. That show was bad, Sarah said. Well, there's a lot of really fucked up reality TV that is complete and utter bullshit. Like, all the court shows are bullshit. Fucking Jerry Springer was all bullshit.
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen. Was that bullshit?
Some of it.
Well, it's the people thought it was something that it wasn't. People thought that it was more like I don't know. What's the problem with it? Because all he does is just shout at people who think that they can actually cook when they really can't.
Well, the most I've seen is just like people complaining about certain contestants lasting longer than they should have, and then some of the rays that Gordon puts on that they feel he puts on just for the show.
There's no doubt he puts on.
Actually care about them.
I mean, sure, that can happen. But I mean, that's
I'm pretty
up
sure
to
the
them.
whole sort of sweary, shouty Gordon is like that's just all an act. So, like he's probably not actually like that all the time.
Oh yeah, he's
Like, the
a
whole
genuinely sweet man.
And regardless, it's still a character that he's putting on.
I've seen him
Also
do
remember,
cocaine.
It could also be a thing that he actually does feel, because remember, he was trained under the British Terrible, the Marco Pierre White. That man fucking abused him, so he's lived that life before, so that kind of
So he's just perpetuating a cycle of abuse. Nice.
I wouldn't necessarily say he transferred it. I'd say he'd harnessed it into a character. He's playing his mentor essentially.
Well, he is like on shows like Hell's Kitchen, shit like that. He is playing it up. Like, he is a lot more aggressive because, better TV. But he is still kind of like that in his actual, kitchen, talking to his actual staff. He's just not as extravagant about it.
Yeah, but every
But
head chef in restaurants is like that.
Yeah, that's Michelin star chefs for you. That's just...
Yeah, that's another thing to keep as well. Like, the environment they're working in, like, they're expected to give out
so
quality
high stress.
items. Just, like, in a short amount of time, it's like, 5 minutes to the window, where the fuck is it? It's like
people
constantly pressuring them to get that shit out there.
People genuinely were surprised and shocked and angry at Gordon Ramsay was like checking one of his establishments, and he found that people were using cocaine in his bathroom.
Oh, on the toilets. Yeah.
On the toilets. When that might seem shocking to people who don't work in the restaurant industry. As someone who's worked in the restaurant industry, everybody's on cocaine.
Bro. Except for pizza places. Pizza places, everybody's drunk and stoned.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can vouch for that. Like, I've worked with people who, smoke outside the building and then just, talk about, getting a fucking bottle of wild turkey.
Yeah, it would be time to start closing, and it'd be like, turn the taps on. Nikki would get so pissed, she'd be like, you're home from work 45 minutes late, and you're fucking hammered. I'm tired of this shit.
Nice.
Why?
No, yeah,
do you remember that, babe?
I've ever known have all been just gross, drug addicted, horrible human beings. It's all.
Nikki said, "I do. It lasted too long."
Not long enough.
It was 2 years of my life. I'm 26 and 27, just I'll figure it out someday.
I mean, hey, free drinks.
Free drinks.
Man,
yeah.
I'm pretty much at that point right now when we trying to do that fucking voice acting thing I talked about.
Oh, yeah.
I sent in an audition for 3 roles today.
Nice.
Dude, people audition for hundreds of things before they get something, and then their fucking careers blow up,
Oh, yeah.
There's so many people who just grind their asses off for decades and then hit one thing and they're fucking millionaires.
Oh, yeah.
And Nino, your buddy Jacob, said he's got a studio or something. He was telling me to talk to some, but I feel like I shouldn't ask him for a role because you told me if he asks for roles, it's he doesn't.
Yeah.
There. So I don't
it's a bit frowned upon to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't want to pose on that.
What's frowned upon?
Treating people just
basically begging for roles and such. Just please let me in this. Just find something for me. It's I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, like
I want to get into the business, but I don't want to come off as desperate for it.
Yeah, like a lot of people that I know, I understand it. I understand where that comes from because you want roles, you want to get into the industry, and if you know people, why not ask them, right? But with people like him, for example, people like Jacob, they get asked so much about that kind of shit that it's just like, okay, are you trying to become friends with me to get into the industry, or are you becoming friends with me because you like me? And that's kind of how he is.
That's what success does, man. That's what happens when you become successful.
I became friends with y'all, so I can just sneak on the podcast. You can't get
Yeah,
rid of that.
Fred.
Yeah, but we're not famous.
Fred, Jake,
Oh no,
Peter, whatever you want to call him, he's weaseled his way.
You know, I was never Pete. I was never Pete Martin.
Watch him, dude. You're a liar. We know. Thomas and I are Americans. Do you think we trust British people? Like, we see straight through you, man. We barely trust. We barely trust Nanopolis.
Pete Martin for like 5 minutes.
that's fair. You shouldn't trust me. I'm a horrible person to trust.
Oh, yeah,
I'm amazed that you let me be moderator.
Yeah.
Jake sees what I get up to.
Should never trust these sneaky Dutch people.
What you don't know is Thomas and I take turns flying to the Netherlands to just peek into your window. Fucking like we take turns during shifts.
So that was you.
Yeah. Dude, I saw a meme.
Schizophrenic.
I saw a meme with Nate. It was fucking hilarious. It was this kid goes to his parents' bedroom and is like, "There's a monster outside my window. Help me!" And the parents are like, "We're trying to sleep, you fucking loser. Leave us the hell alone. We're tired of your being a fucking
loser."
Yeah, the mom was like, "Yeah, dude, leave us alone. That sounds scary as hell. We don't want to look at it." And so the kid goes back to its bedroom, and the monster's like, "Sorry, bro. I didn't know your parents were such assholes."
Hey man, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
I love that one where the person walks in the bedroom, they're about to get in bed, and they go like, "Wait a minute," and they throw a flashbang onto the bed.
Oh yeah.
And the fucking monster comes to diving.
Ah! Oh.
I fucking love that one.
It's a good
Something I
one.
wanted to bring up, though. Something I want to bring up, since it's brought up power outage earlier. A couple of years ago, during the COVID times, around this time of year, we had a power outage that lasted for about like 3 or 4 days.
Jesus.
And it's like, I cannot sleep in pitch black quiet anymore, man. Like, I usually sleep with my TV on. I cannot do that shit. It was like 4 days of no power. I had to sleep with like a fucking candle there. And when I was laying in pitch blackness, I was just freaking out slightly, just like, there's something
Hello,
going on.
darkness,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
old friend.
there's something gonna kill me in here. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. Like, I was just silently freaking out in here, just like nothing. Like, I need to have some kind of thing going on so I can help properly sleep. I can't do like plain silence in the dark anymore.
You could have got a metronome.
Maybe. Just like white noise.
Yeah. Like a battery powered little fucking waterfall thing, like a dragon or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just go. There's like the white noise machine things. They're like small and they just make noises for you.
Well, usually what I do is just put it on like YouTube shit. It's like just have like playlists of YouTube videos and just
Dude, me too.
low volume.
That's how I sleep. I either like play a movie or here recently I've been listening to lectures on Lord of the Rings. I know so much. I already knew a lot and now I know too much. I'm just like,
You've gone exactly the wrong way now.
yeah.
It was like, I don't know enough. Now I know too much.
Well, I was listening to like seminary lectures and stuff and like the archetypes and themes and different like things that Tolkien would pull from and like, it's just like in the Bible, you know how you can look back at like Gilgamesh and find shit that's similar to Jesus and things like that. Well, there are literally like the story of the fucking Hobbit. There's like some ancient shit where there's already a fucking Gandalf and all of the different fucking dwarves are names of characters in this other thing. And it's just like, that motherfucker just knew how to read shit nobody else knew how to read and lifted that shit, man. He just went, ancient times. Whoa. I guess that's what humanity does.
Well, that's the worst part about all these like lectures and discussions and general research about like Tolkien's work. No one can actually speak to them.
Yeah.
No one can speak to Tolkien.
Well, it's like all the rappers that quote what Tupac would do. If Tupac was here, it'd be like this. It's like, dude, Tupac died in his 20s. Y'all...
Yeah. You have no clue what Tupac would do.
You have no... Tupac would have no clue what Tupac... There ain't nobody that's the exact same person as they were a fucking decade ago. Sorry. Let alone 3. You know, like, fuck.
There we go. Tupac died like 45 years ago. Just drop it.
Yeah,
Drop it.
he died in like, what, 96 or something like that? Yeah. So it's been 20 some odd years, but that's still a long time.
Yeah.
Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls.
Biggie Smalls at the same time. Don't put any
Smalls.
disrespect on Biggie Smalls' name. That motherfucker was he made fat people cool as shit. After Biggie Smalls, it's like it don't matter no more. Like nobody can say shit after Biggie Smalls.
Just anyone over 150 pounds, you just go up to them like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
Or it's more like, you know, my cousin, he was born premature, so they pumped that motherfucker full of steroids as a baby, which is like what you do in America, right? But like his lungs weren't developed right, so they just like pumped this baby full of steroids, and so he is a large guy, right? He's always been large, and there ain't nothing that can be done about it. And so instead of being like, oh, I'm a big guy, dude, he was the biggest pimp in high school and went around just... I mean, he's got a lot of kids now, so there is repercussions for that. But he called himself the round mound of love, dude. Not even as a joke, man. He's just out here swinging that thing. And like, you know, Biggie Smalls is a big influence on that kind of attitude. Just like, I love it when they call me Big Pop. Tupac can't do that. He was skinny as hell. You know, it took a big guy with that kind of fucking attitude to just be like, fuck it. Grab hold of something.
Grab my love handle.
Yeah. You got to put Biggie Smalls on a pedestal, man, because not only was he super lyrical in his raps, but he could freestyle like that. Some of the earliest footage of him is him at like 16 years old on the street corners of fucking Brooklyn, freestyle battling people over top of a beat somebody's playing on a boombox. And those other guys can't do that. Tupac can't do that.
No.
They tried.
Beat as well.
There's footage of them all freestyling together, and it's like they're good, and then Biggie's like, yeah. I love that guy, man. He's probably my favorite from back then.
He's insane. He did a lot of shit for like I said, the whole offbeat rhythm thing.
Yeah.
Biggie was really fucking amazing at that. Like that fucking I love it when you call me Big Pop.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit. That is
Also
so good.
Gwen. Also,
he was
no
like
Gwen.
one of the first ones to do that.
Yeah. Also, Gwen, no. Biggie Smalls is not Mr. Plastic. That's Shaggy.
I'm pretty sure Biggie's mom was Jamaican, though. I'll have to look that up, but I think that that's the case.
Yeah. I was just thinking of Biggie Cheese from Barnyard, which they fucking had a parody of.
Let's see. God damn it.
Mr. Boom.
All these craft fabrics getting in my keyboard.
Well, that was your own fault. You shouldn't have been making up so close to the keyboard.
Yeah, born 1953, Trelawney, Jamaica.
Yeah, so I'm right. Holy shit, that never happens.
Holy shit!
I'm right for
got
once.
something right.
Yeah. I don't have the special ability that some people have to just know everything about everything. A lot of my friends have that ability, you know, and they'll be like, oh, I just fucking have been able to absorb facts, and that's what I care about and focus on when it comes to things.
Well, all English people are born with that ability.
No, you guys have the ability to speak and have American audiences just like fucking zone in on what you're saying. It's been proven. I read an article where they had scientific studies of like different narrations, and people in America paid more attention to British voices than they did anybody else, because I don't fucking know why.
They sound more sophisticated.
And
Like,
people,
not-
and Nikki said people assume that they're the smartest.
I was like, you get the English have this weird shit where like you have the chav English accent was like, "Oi mate, you fucking dickhead," and then there's
That was Australian.
Yeah, that was kind of more Australian. But you get my point. The
Dickhead.
more
Little slang there.
fucking rural types that sound stupid, let's just say, and then you have on the complete other end these fucking really amazing people that just sound so fascinating.
Yo, what's the
there's
deal?
No in between for some reason.
What's the deal with like the really high pitched fucking British dudes? The I don't know all of it. It's just like a dude. I'm over here.
Punch lemonade.
Yeah.
Fucking minging.
Oh, I know exactly what accent that is.
What the
And it
fuck is that?
embarrassing.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. We have in the South, we have men who sound like sassy Southern women. They're not gay. They're not effeminate. But let me tell you something, honey. Whenever they talk just like this.
That's amazing.
I swear to God, it'll be like just the most Jim Bob looking dude you've ever seen in your life. And you'll expect, well, by God, that pickup truck, blah, blah, and it's just like.
But it's like, I do declare.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the Southern Belle, like fucking it comes out of nowhere. And they will, you will think they're the most effeminate male on the planet. They're not. They were just like raised by their sisters and a mom or something, or like their grandma and nobody else, and they picked it up.
This house was built in the 18th century.
Yeah,
by my great ancestor.
Shit's
They
fucking
lived
crazy.
Wonderful lives.
Billy Joe Bob.
Yeah.
He was a
Oh
simple-
my God. I was at the Walmart the other day, and you wouldn't believe what I saw. Or what I
He's
seen.
doing the thing with his hand.
Oh my God, sweetie, what'd you see?
Oh my please.
Well, they had cowtails on sale out
Shut
there.
up, Twitter.
Yeah, that shit's fucking crazy. But I've never, in any other, like, dialect, heard that high-pitched, like, I don't know what to say about it. It just is what it is.
I don't
Like
know
all-
what it is, Chad, but like you're hitting it so on the head, but like
Yeah.
it's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Sounds like a fucking Monty Python. I thought that was just a Monty Python. It was like, Brian!
Yeah, well, Nikki was telling me there's some puppet on Mr. Rogers that has a voice like that. Like one of the Mr. Rogers puppets has a high-pitched, like, British accent.
Hello there, neighbor. Would you
yeah.
mind shutting the fuck up for a second?
Yeah. Hello there, neighbor. Get the fuck off my lawn.
Yeah, but I don't know what to say about the whole Americans listening to English accents thing. I don't know.
Dude,
what that is
I
about.
would be banking in on that. I'd be like Professor fucking Jake over here. It was like, what do you guys want to know? I know everything.
You floored me in like child predators.
Oh,
Just to
no.
get more views.
Hey kid,
like-
you want free Robux?
Oh,
Fucking
no.
Dad, when we were younger, my dad used to put on like the young ones on BBC, and my older brother was really into that show. Just fucking watching the young ones.
Dude,
At some point in your life, you got to realize that BBC means something other than that other one.
British Broadcasting Channel.
Yes. It means something else other than.
We're not talking about that one, you sick fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big bald Chewbacca.
Yeah, come on now, this is a Christian show.
Whoa, Chad, that's going a little far.
Yeah. Don't
That's
visualize
You
that.
can't say Chewbacca.
They've got to silence him now. We've got to censor him.
What about fucking the Rubber Bandits? Do you know about the Rubber Bandits? A bag for me, a bag for you. Let's get tanked on bags of glue. No.
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
Fuck your Honda Civic, I've a horse outside. You don't know that song? Fuck your Mitsubishi, I've a horse outside. And they're like they sing like fucking Michael Jackson, and then they wear like shopping bags over their fucking faces with holes cut out. It was a BBC thing. It's like I think they're from Ireland though.
Yeah, if it's an island thing, we don't get a lot of Irish things.
They got this
so,
one
yeah,
song. It's
kinda
like
the home thing.
it's like Roisin, I wanna fight your father.
When they go leprechaun hunting.
They've got some pretty fucked up songs that are really funny about banging
Apparently
fat
Little
chicks
Richard
because
was
they
a
can
big
cook
figure.
good and always have food at their houses. That's one of their songs. It's just like, damn, that's using a woman on a whole nother level. Just because she cooks good.
Apparently, fucking Little Richard was a big figure in London as well. I believe he was in like a lot of BBC stuff.
Dude, Little Richard is just a mythological creature, man. Little Richard was great. I couldn't believe it when I learned that like Jimi Hendrix was in his fucking backup band playing guitar, that fucking like James Brown was part of his backup singing group. Like he had members of his entourage that were like the biggest legends of all time. And here you have this flamboyant fucking black man from the South in the middle of the fucking, you know, civil rights movement just being like, a tutti frutti, oh, Lord. You know, just like, what the fuck? He didn't care, man. That's punk rock as shit.
Yeah.
And every song at least had to have at least one woo.
Yeah. Oh.
We all that time ago.
Hey, and look how long that lasted. That still exists, even in the darkness. I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. That shit went, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude. There's a lot of stuff that is really interesting about that small area of the world where you live, Jake. It's very interesting.
It is technically the center of the earth. So
yeah, it's the white
can't
people
deny.
capital of the world, so it has to be super important, right? What the fuck?
It is clearly, the best place in the. There's a reason why, this is God's favored land, because we don't have earthquakes.
You do not live in
tornadoes,
Israel, bro.
Don't
Please
shit on your
stop.
own doorstep. There's like,
Please
there's
stop.
no tornadoes, no earthquakes.
Please stop. Have you ever heard of the United States of by God America?
No, I'm pretty sure it's an upstart that's just.
I think not. I think
It's actually on its downturn now. It's kind of on the last few pages of the fall of.
the only reason America went on a downturn is so everybody else could kiss our ass.
I thought that was just an experiment we did like 200-ish years ago that went horribly wrong.
Yeah.
That's called
Well, I keep
socialism.
saying that America is a good idea.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep slagging you off.
dude, there's somebody that I know that would argue that the reason why things are good in any other country other than America is because we pay for their defense budget so they don't have to, and they have all that extra money. It's like, when they start
dude.
paying their
I don't
goddamn
feel-
defense budget, we'll see how good they're doing then.
I don't feel exactly the safest having 2 of your nukes 15 minutes from my house.
Yeah. Why are they there?
They're not even covered or anything, not even hidden. They're just sat in a field.
Who wants to attack the Netherlands? Do they know the Nazis are gone? They've been gone.
I don't think they realize.
It's like
Nobody
Russia
can
can't
never-
afford their own gas to put in their own vehicles to get here. What?
We have our own gas field. Fuck
Dude,
off.
the fact that Russia has
We
failed
fought the
to
gas
beat
pipeline.
Ukraine in almost, what, has it been a year now since they've been attacking
It's
Ukraine?
been so long.
It's like, dude, you're Russia. This is Ukraine.
Yeah.
You're like, one
What
of the
are you
biggest
doing?
countries Out there. How have you not done this yet?
How have you not done this? Yeah. Nobody should be
There's a lot
afraid of Russia.
frightening to it. Like, if he does do that, if he does take over Ukraine, the whole fucking world's gonna go apeshit.
Yeah, but he already is doing shit where it's like, yeah, you guys are having elections to join Russia, right? Yeah, you want to join Russia,
Yeah,
don't
kind of
you?
prodding the other countries.
Yeah. I mean, he's just priming them.
Bro.
Getting ready.
The problem is it's a lose-lose for him, because if he wins, everyone's going to give him shit. Like it's going to be World War III just at Russia.
I've changed my mind about it because I thought that like the European Union would do something or the United States might get involved or whatever. But now I'm like, oh shit, dude. Like, I really think China will bitch smack the fuck out of Russia if they really fuck shit up, because they've already messed their money up. And China's like, you messed our money up? Stop
Yeah,
it.
you don't mess with China.
I can tell Nino's typing the sun in the chat here. Gwen's saying the Netherlands should have bicycles equipped with nuclear weapons. Imagine 17 million nuclear cyclists coming at you at medium speeds.
Or it's like those from like actual history, like those fucking jeeps equipped with nuclear warheads.
Oh yeah,
Like, could just be fired.
Jeeps
Whose
are resilient, so there is that.
We just
I don't
bike
care how
at you.
resilient it is. If you're firing within the range of a jeep, you're gonna die.
We just have like fucking Fallout mini nukes just on the back of our bikes. We're biking at you at like 15 kilometers an hour, like tring 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 tring. Watch out, fuckers!
You don't even like have like a sling or anything to fire them. You just throw them.
I just take the rubber bands from my fucking from the wheel and I just fucking launch it with that.
I love crashing that game with mini nukes.
I know, right?
It's so fun.
The MIRV and just firing like 8 of them at
Mm-hmm.
once.
It takes a lot.
I'm in a building.
But the game will just be like, I tap. I'm done. I give up. Move on.
I know I made this to put in this world, but I can't handle it. Don't use it ever.
Dude.
Just do it every time. Like I see I'm in a fucking building. And I see a big ass fucking super mutant. I just grab the fat boy. I just launch mini nukes until the game dies.
Yeah. Instead, invest in lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate.
Fuck you, Todd Howard.
Dude, does anybody play Fallout 76 anymore?
I haven't started
No.
yet.
I got it when it came out. And
Me
I was
too.
thoroughly disappointed.
Me
And
too.
I came back like a year later, and it was better, but still fucked.
It's tempting to try it on Game Pass, but at the same time, I'm just like, no.
There's a reason why they put it on Game Pass, though.
Nobody wants to buy it.
No, because they're
I
like,
can-
invest in this game so that we can lock you at a point that you have to pay us money to enjoy it any further.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
they're getting you into the store.
yeah.
It doesn't matter if
It's
you
like
get the game
what
for
Internet
free, so
Store
long as you
said,
buy
isn't it?
something from the store.
Exactly.
Yeah, as
You know
long
what's
as
gonna
they
get
get
your-
you towards the store, it doesn't matter how much they sell the games.
Bethesda. You know what's going to get into your stores? Release Elder Scrolls 6.
Actually,
God damn it.
I was watching a podcast, an interview rather. I don't know if you guys know Lex Friedman. It's kind of
Yeah.
very short hair, big nose.
Yeah.
Interesting dude. He's a very interesting interviewer. But he was apparently having a conversation with Todd Howard himself for like 3 hours straight. And from what I could gather, he knows roundabouts the time when Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be coming out. He doesn't want to tell you though. Just because they want to. He says that they want to make it, actually good before it gets released.
Oh,
into
that's
the public.
That's a load of shit right now.
That
What
that
they
is
wanna
a
do
load
is
of
make
shit.
it
Actually good.
so long.
That is a load of shit, but I could tell from his body language. He knows when the game's gonna come out.
Like
He just doesn't
2028.
wanna say it.
They just want to whip people up into a frenzy. So when they actually do, release it, when they all get release trailers or something, people are going to get whipped into so much of a frenzy. They don't care what the game looks like.
Yeah,
The fucking Fallout 76 did the same thing.
yeah.
It's going to be
like,
4
holy
times the
fuck.
size of Fallout 4.
Yeah, it's going to make all these claims that it's going to be like bigger than Skyrim. It's going to be better graphics. You can you can ride dragons, but properly this time.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
I think that he's probably doesn't have a fucking clue. He just makes shit up. And it's like, yeah, I talked to one of the developers 3 years ago. And, he says that this is going to happen. So I believe.
Well, that is like, I will agree there. He does bullshit a fucking lot, but from that whole conversation that he had, he seems to be very clued in. Like he seems to be actually involved in the project still, but it's just he's being very vague about it.
Being a bit coolly, yeah.
As mad as people want to be about Skyrim and how they've milked Elder Scrolls teats to the point where they've fallen off, you can't take away from Bethesda and how much control that they've given to the fan base to do whatever the fuck they want with their games. Like Rockstar will take you to straight up court for modding the game. Nintendo,
well, it's actually not Rockstar that does that. Rockstar doesn't care. It's the
people who own Rockstar.
2K.
Yeah.
2K are the one that gives a shit.
And Nintendo and various other companies just do not allow people to mess with their stuff at all.
Yeah.
And Bethesda's just like,
go ahead.
I was going to say, Bethesda is not even just like they just allow it. They actually encourage it.
And incorporate, like they'll take people's shit that they've done and be like, hey, can we use this and release it like officially? Is that cool with you? Like,
can we make this a feature of the next game?
Yeah, speaking of Bethesda and bullshit, Chad, have you heard about the whole Mick Gordon situation with Doom Eternal?
Oh, dude, I hang out with Nate every week. Of course I have.
I think we talked about it in the last episode, actually.
He loves Mick Gordon. Like, he loves Mick Gordon. And I think Mick Gordon's great. But Nate has taken this whole Doom Eternal shit personally.
Oh, really?
Which I understand, you know. I mean, it's a really fucked up situation. His whole take on it was like, you know, kind of, you've got all of the receipts that you would ever fucking need from Mick Gordon's side and nothing from the other side of any relevance other than opinion and innuendo.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, that's way fucked up.
It's basically like that, what the hell is that guy named? Marty something that just really hates Mick for some reason.
Yeah.
The
Well, it's really
no
it's really on the lines of slander because that Reddit post seems to have affected Mick's career.
Well, in this case, it would be when these claims were made, obviously the burden of proof was on Mick to provide receipts, evidence.
Yeah.
To prove that it's all bullshit, and he's done that. But now the burden of proof switches over to their side to provide the evidence that says it is. Where is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so as a result, that case, like if this comes down to an actual court case, that would be immediately thrown out. Because there's no evidence on their side. They've got mountains of evidence on this side. They've got no evidence on this side. They would have to throw that out very quickly.
Well, Mick seems to have all the evidence that he needs to prove slander, you know, which would be so bad for id.
But,
bad.
The slander case would just go in and out of court. Like, there would be no case, essentially.
No, they would probably settle out of court for some unknown sum, which would, I mean, I think that would be good because evidently he went for the longest time without pay. So getting some money out of them would be nice. But then again, that would effectively ruin his ability to do any work with anybody probably owned by Microsoft. You know, I think that he's playing this out the way that he is because it's more about validating his ability to be hireable and his ability to work and that he's not a problem and that he does good work. He hasn't ever once been like, I want to just completely scorch the earth with everybody. He was just like, this is a lie. Here's proof that this is a lie. I did the best that I could.
I
So
think
the polar opposite of the Bayonetta.
Oh yeah, the Bayonetta thing, yeah.
Yeah. The polar opposite of that.
Yeah.
I think the worst part about it is that is that if they do release another Doom game, is that Mick Gordon is not going to be able to go anywhere near it. They're not going to let him anywhere near it.
Nope.
As a result of this, and so they're going to have to get someone else in, and the music's just not going to be the same. They're going to try and emulate his style, but it's not going to work because you haven't got Mick. You haven't got him.
They would have to hire.
On the record.
They would have to hire like a legitimate band to do it. They would have to hire like Slipknot or fucking Korn. It won't be the same, but I guarantee you, if they were to get like fucking, you know, Metallica or some fucking crazy successful band to do it, people would forget. They would move on. Yeah.
I think true music connoisseurs would be able to notice and tell.
Oh, like, they would know. It's just like something else that they're also just as hyped about.
But like the outside of it, you would be able to sort of you'd be able to listen to the two of them and not.
That's the way it goes, though. That's the way it goes, and like unfortunately, in the world of business, passion and what's right, and like the fucking things that could be, nobody gives a fuck about in the business world.
Yeah.
They don't really give a shit. They care about
Which
the
is
bottom line,
damn wrong.
and the point that's really in this situation is that they know that in 10 or 15 years, a new whole patch of people will have matured into adulthood that can be reintroduced, and this is their doom now. And it's just like, that's the reason why they can fuck up Lord of the Rings, they can fuck up Star Wars. Like, it's because they have these intellectual properties that they can completely deface and turn into something else for a new crop of people.
Yeah.
Look at the Ninja Turtles. The Ninja Turtles that exist now, you can't even recognize compared to the ones that I grew up with. You know? And the kids that are watching it today don't give a fuck. Like, my nephew will be like, oh, the digitally animated Ninja Turtles are so good. And I'm like, I can't even fucking watch that shit.
Yeah, but the worst part is that if you show them the old stuff, they'll be like, that looks crap, or like...
No, he loves
looks
it.
terrible.
He likes it. He's cool with
No, well,
it.
I mean,
But he
everyone
doesn't
thinks
like the
it's
fact
because
that I
they
say
like the
his
old
is crap.
But it's just, what about it is the fact that like you try and show them that this is what it was when it was peak, and they're just like, no, it doesn't look as good as that one. I'm just like,
It's like the people
there's
who
no way
claim
to-
it's like the people who claim Pokemon Black and White were the peak of Pokemon. It's like, oh god. You mean the one where they had the fucking keychain Pokemon? What the fuck is...
The literal trash bag.
Yeah, y'all are wrong, bro. But the themes were so dark. It's fucking Pokemon. The world is dark. I don't want Pokemon to be
the
dark.
whole lore around it is dark.
Yeah.
What about?
Yeah.
Did you watch the Eagle Raptor cartoons? Like, why did you evolve me, you asshole?
Eagle
Why
Raptor.
you Pikachu? Because you want me to lose? Is that what you want? Christ!
Jesus. Well, I have an appointment coming up in like 3 minutes, so I have to hop off here. But I have greatly enjoyed my time hanging out with you guys today.
Good time management skills there.
No, I have terrible time management skills, as you know.
Don't we all?
Don't we all? So what say you, fellas? How the heck are you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think my final words are just to subscribe to the channel.
Or he'll
That's
kill you.
about it. No threat this time.
Okay, I was gonna say. I felt like something was missing there.
Back to the channel.
I'll threaten. Subscribe
I think I just
Or I'll
had
kiss
snot
you
come out of my
on the
nose.
butthole.
I fucking scared.
They were fucking